Guys, I'm Yogscast here, back with episode 2 of PhoenixTech Industries. Last episode, we basically got a little bit of bearings, and you might be wondering, where am I? Weren't you just over at the acacia biome before? What happened? Well, I basically decided to move, and God, this torch on my back is so glitchy. Alright, so, basically, I do have a good reason for that. Hey, also, just so you know, I did use the magnet mode a little bit. Just because I was basically killing a lot of mobs for foods, and basically I just wanted to make sure I was picking it all up, so I will turn that off right now. Please leave a comment if you think that, using the magnet mode is, you don't want me to do that. I don't know. I'm not sure what you want, but I kind of like using it, so yeah. And the delete mode, I'm going to use anyway, because delete mode is just really useful. So yeah. Either way, that's pretty much all I did in between episodes was basically find a new place to live. Just because I thought about it and I just decided that, I kind of want to show you what mining is going to be like. Just like, more like what kind of stuff is underground. Not really what it's going to be like, because it's going to pretty much be the same kind of thing of just mining ores for a while. And, ooh, I didn't even notice this. Nice. Alright, let's just pick all these sugar canes up because these are going to be useful. God, this is actually a really convenient water pool right here. That was pretty dang convenient. Alright, also, we do have a lot of magic wood that grew really quickly. Just so you know, I'm recording this and the last episode on the same day. I don't know, I just want to keep on playing, so that's pretty much why. Alright, does this lead into a cave or is this just random stuff? There's a lot of appetite here. And I mean a lot of appetite. So that'll be useful for like forestry kind of stuff, I think. But right now we don't need forestry stuff because we are just mining coal. A lot of it, actually. There's a lot of coal here. And also, is there any sort of cave nearby? Kind of looks like there should be. Kind of looks like it. Ooh, I just realized I'm actually kind of excited right now. It's pretty much for kind of a stupid reason, but still, I've kind of convinced my dad to basically let me get Cards Against Humanity, like the actual card game. I basically told him what it was. I told him what it was like. Basically, the only thing he asked for was the price, and when I told him about it, I didn't know how much it cost. So I was like, I don't know, I'll check. And yeah, pretty much that. And also, apparently, it's free shipping if it costs more than $35 on Amazon, and it costs $25, which kind of sucks, but there are a few things that you can get, like add-on packs and all that stuff with a bunch of new cards in it, which I find that is just awesome. Each of them are $10, so I think I might also try and get 2 of those. And also, apparently, if you're ordering within the next 2 hours, well, right now it's 2 hours because, last time when I checked it was 17 hours, but then that was late at night, so yeah. But yeah, you can basically, if it's within the next 2 hours you order it, then you get it, then it's 1 day shipping, so I would basically get it tomorrow, which I find would be amazing. And oh god, it's nighttime. Oh god. Alright, screw this, I'm running back to the witch house, wherever. Okay, wait, it's over here. Oh god, get out of here, get out of here. The only reason I want to stay out is because a lot of mobs are wearing armor, and which means there is a good chance of me getting a bunch of armor like I got that steel helmet. Alright, for now let's just sleep through the night and relax with that. There we go. Okay, ooh, the steak is done and the pork chops. Okay, so also apparently sheep drop mutton and raw lamb chop when killed, so those are going to be pretty tasty to eat. Pretty tasty indeed. Alright, let's just cook all this stuff. Cook all our meat. Cook all of the meat. Yes. Alright. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just going to cut out until I find a new cave to dig up so that there's actually some more interesting ores rather than just me mining coal for a while. So yeah, I will be right back once I find that. Alright, I'm back. I'm not at a cave right now because I just thought of something that would be kind of useful to make right now. So I kind of figured, you know, I got a bit of iron right here, 15. Kind of want to use it to go mining. So instead of smelting all this iron ore and getting 1 ingot per ore, might as well try and double it. And there is a really simple way to do that with this, and that is called the crusher. Now the crusher is added by Metallurgy 3, and basically it does just that. It ends up doubling your ingots per ore. So make that really simple: furnace, sticks, and cobblestone. So boom, we have that. Alright, so as you can see here, stone crusher. You put the ore on top and coal on the bottom. It's basically fueled the same way that a normal furnace would be, except first of all it's really slow, which just realized gonna definitely need more coal then. But you can upgrade it if you want to copper, and then to bronze, and then to iron, then to steel, and then there's completely different mod pack crusher, which has a lot more challenging stuff to make. But either way, you can upgrade it to make it faster and basically use up less fuel than it normally would. So that's basically all I wanted to show you there, and this time I will be right back once I find a cave. And I just realized something. I don't think I told you why I moved out here. I honestly can't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did, so I'm just going to do this really quickly to tell you why. I'm pretty sure I just got distracted with something else. By the way, it's because of this. Yeah, I was basically living right there, and there was taint right up here, so I pretty much decided I kind of wanted to just move far enough away from it. Far enough away to where I don't think it'll be loaded, so it won't spread at all. But yeah, so that's pretty much why I moved. And then I'll come back. Now I'll come back when I'm at a cave, hopefully. So, be right back. Okay, so obviously still not a cave. Yeah. I decided to do a little bit of mining while just off camera because, you know, I couldn't record and I wanted to do a little bit on this world, so decided to do a little bit of mining off camera. And basically, yeah, so then I also ended up collecting a lot of sand, gravel, and clay because I wanted to grab some grout and start off with Tinker's Construct like I usually do. I know I do this all the time. I start off with this a lot, but it's a really good mod to start out with. Plus also, I did decide that since I'm starting off with Tinker's Construct again, I can't completely get rid of enchanting by basically using Tinker's Construct. So I'm not allowed to basically add luck onto my tools, nor can I add silk touch or stuff like that. I can add stuff like sharpness and like redstone to make it faster and stuff like that, but I cannot add anything. I cannot add stuff like, yeah, the really good enchants. So that's basically all I have to say about that. So right now we are just waiting for the seared brick to smelt, and while that's going on, and probably gonna have to go off camera for a little bit to wait for that. By the way, I have got all of this stuff. Most of the stuff I got from mining is up here. I got some copper, some tin, osmium. I got some zinc, which I'm pretty sure is mainly used with... Oh wait, uses. There we go. Pretty sure its main use is for making molten zinc, or let's see here, zinc brick. Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much the only use of it. So yeah, but then the molten zinc you can basically use for the ingots of blocks, or you can use it with copper to make brass, which I'm pretty sure brass is used to make some decent tools. Let's look at that. Yep, here we go. We got all of these brass things. And then wait, brass ingots. I know they're used for tools. Yep, here we go. So it looks like these ones are only as good as iron, maybe has more durability or something, I don't know, but brass, not really all that useful, I guess. Well, either way, I also got essence dust, which is used for magical crops, basically growing our own ingots and ores and stuff, which is going to be freaking awesome. And then we got just a lot of this stuff. So, we've got all that, and while we're waiting for this stuff to smelt, again, wait, let's just put another stack in here. We're going to have to set up all the tables and such, which means we're probably going to have to set it all up outside because we don't really have much room inside this really small witch hut. So let's just set it up like, I don't know, right here I guess. This will be fine. First of all, we need to set up the area for where the smeltery is going to go, which we'll have it go right here. Like that. There we go. Alright, so the smeltery is basically going to be used to, like I said, make our own tools when I was saying why I'm using Tinker's Construct and what I can't do with it. And in order to make the tools, you have to make a smeltery, or, well, in order to make the better tools, you have to make a smeltery. Which smeltery is used with, basically, it's a bunch of seared brick and stuff like that. So, now we're going to need to use, wait. Yeah, now we're going to have to make stuff like casts and stuff like that. Or actually patterns first, because we don't really have all the stuff for it. So, let's start making them. First of all, we're going to need a few sticks, and then basically if we combine them with wood, we can make these blank patterns. Now, the first things we're going to make with these blank patterns are part builder, which with that we get our materials in you, basically explaining how to use another part of Tinker's Construct, which we do have the first book, but don't really need that. And then we also need to combine this with the chest for a pattern chest. The stencil table, I don't know, I'll explain what all these do later on, or basically in a little bit. Then finally we need a crafting table along with this, and we get our tool station. Alright, so let's set this all up out here. Let's just set it up like, I don't know, gotta break a few of these. A few props to get out of the way. Alright, we'll start off with putting down the stencil table because this is basically the first step in the process. Okay, first of all, we have all these extra blank patterns, and this is pretty much all we need to make with these patterns. So now if we put in the stencil table, as you can see, you can basically choose a pattern for it to have on, like a shovel, pickaxe, tool rod, axe head, all that kind of stuff, which we're going to make one tool rod pattern, one pickaxe head pattern, and since we only have two left, we're going to make the tool binding, and we'll save the last one for when we make more. Okay, so next off we have the part builder. Now I need a little bit of cobblestone for this part. Let's just quickly go on here and grab a whole bunch of cobblestone. 44, that's fine. Alright, so basically, well, first of all, the pattern chest goes with this, because basically the pattern chest, all it does is basically store your patterns and your casts once you make them. So basically what this is used for, as you can see what I'm doing right now, you put the patterns on the left side and you can put the materials that you want to make something out of on the right side, as long as it's not like some sort of metal. So you can't use like iron with this. You can use iron, but just not in the part builder. You have to use a smeltery for that. Okay, so basically stuff like cobblestone we can put in. So as you can see here, pickaxe head pattern, material cost 1. That means it takes one full blocker ingot or whatever to basically make this. So one cobblestone makes a stone pickaxe head. Now the tool rod pattern, it only uses half of one of these blocks, so it basically gives us the item, and it also gives us stone shard, which is basically half of an item. We can basically put this in for the tool rod to make another one if we wanted, or since the tool binding is one half, I can also put it like this. Alright, so that's how you make that stuff. Pattern chest, like I said, just connect it in there, and also if there's a pattern chest next to the part builder, you can basically take them out of here and put them back in. So that's pretty useful there. Now the final bit of it is the tool station. Oh hey, look, the horse is interested too. He's like, teach me construct. And I'm like, no, you're a horse. You can't learn the constructs. Alright, so this is the tool station. Basically, this is how you make all your tools. Like, basically combine the parts. Horse, are you serious right now? Horse. I'm trying to do an episode of Yogscast Complete Pack, and you're completely ruining it. I'm basically doing it mod showcase style, and you're just getting in the way. I'm sorry, but you have to leave. You're not well. Horse. 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 I will do it. That's right. Just keep on going that way. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think that horse is going to annoy us anymore. If it does, then I'll have to taste a little bit of my sword. Alright, so, tool station, this is how you combine everything together. You can basically make pickaxe, shovel, hatchet, mattock, which is basically an axe, shovel, and hoe. Except it's a shovel that only really works well on dirt. Anything else, it's like, no. Then you can also make a bunch of different kinds of swords. Broadsword, which is basically the basic sword we have here. The long sword, which, as you can see, I'm pretty sure I've made this before. Yeah, I made it before with the stuff in the village. So as you can see there, it does a lot of damage that I found, and also you can basically lunge at stuff or just like have kind of a boost. Now the last thing we have is rapier. Rapier is kind of weaker than the other swords, but it does a lot. But you can easily hit it a lot more. So you can basically, if you spam click it, it'll literally swing every time that you click, pretty much, depending upon what kind of mouse you have. Either way, but that gets rid of durability really quicker. Also, a backpedal, which basically you take a tiny hop back, is what that does. But I don't really use this because it's uses too much durability. The dagger is basically a throwable sword. Yeah, then the frying pan doesn't. These two don't really matter because I'm probably not going to use them. Plus, I don't really know much. The chisel, you can chisel blocks to make certain kind of brick stuff. That looks cool. And then we have bows and arrows. So that's basically all of that. Let's see how much seared brick we have. See if we can get a little bit started. Ooh, we have a good amount of seared brick. Alright, so now we're going to make this smeltery, which for that we need a lot of seared brick. And since we made seared brick, we get the mighty smelting book. And it's becoming nighttime, so I should probably sleep. But actually, I might actually look into the book because it actually tells, or basically shows what this smeltery looks like. So let's just quickly grab this. And we have all this stuff, blah blah, all stuff you need for it. This is basically the basic smeltery thing you can make. So for this you need a bunch of seared brick. And then these are just different pattern seared brick. Then you also need a smeltery controller, which is basically the heart of the machine, or well, smeltery. So that's basically how you access stuff. You put items in it, and then it'll melt down with the lava if you put in the seared tank, which is right next to it. Then you need a drain block, which will basically leak the it's over here too. Basically, it's this block. If you connect like some sort of pipe or this faucet over here, and if you right click the faucet, basically that's where the fluid will be able to come out into either a basin or a I completely forgot what it's called. Casting table. Alright, so and then basically this is all the stuff. If you combine metals, then it creates this stuff. So yeah. Alright, so let's just grab the rest of these. Ooh, that's done. So I can put in more grout. Ah. Alright, we can just quickly put that in. I should probably be using the stone crusher while we wait. Well, I mean, either way, I do want to upgrade it a little bit, but I do also probably need to get the metals that I can use to upgrade it, which some of them are copper, so let's just get 16 of these. There we go. Alright, and I really want to get rid of these seeds in my inventory. Go away. I don't want you. Not yet. Also, I should probably make a few more patterns so I can make the kind of tools that I really want to make. There we go, close enough. Alright, 11 more patterns, that's good. We also have the full guard pattern, which makes a really good sword that, well, first of all, let's just get rid of these two odd ones out. Which basically makes a really good sword that's not listed on there, because it's kind of like a secret that everyone knows about. So it's not really a secret, but they don't let it be well known. Yeah, that's a good way to explain it, I think. Sugarcane. Alright, also, the use of sugarcane in this is going to be really good for this mod. Really good. Okay, so let's just set up the rest of the smeltery we can, which will basically be setting up these walls. I'm not entirely sure how high up I want it to be. I wanted to get a bunch of material in one bit, but I'm not entirely sure how much seared brick I have in order to do that. Alright, so as I said before, you need a smeltery controller, which is this block right here. I'm not even sure how long this episode's been going. And I'll end it once I finish this smeltery up. Oh. Alright, like I said, the brains, heart, whatever of the machine. Since we don't have the full structure, it says invalid structure, and it doesn't really give us that many options for what to do. Alright, next thing we need is a few of these, actually, smeltery drains. Let's make 3 of these. And then with that, we also need 3 of these seared faucets to bring out the stuff. And then we'll take one of these casting tables and 2 casting basins. There we go. Now we should have everything we need here. We'll just set this up like so. Casting basins, casting table, and the 3 seared faucets. There we go. Okay, so also I am going to need a little bit of glass, so probably going to need this for a second. And I'll just put in a piece of coal with some sand in here. There we go. And that's making copper powder, that's good. Alright, come on, there we go, there's our 1 glass. And now, here we go, we have our seared tank, which is basically going to store all the lava we're going to use to melt down the stuff. Alright, so those are all pretty much the main things we need, I think. Don't think we need anything more that specific. Oh no. I misplaced that new. Alright, so now that we've got that done, I think this is a good point to wrap it up. I've basically built everything I need for Tinker's Construct machine. And yeah, basically that's all I pretty much have time for. So next episode I'll get more in depth with this. I'll basically show you the upgraded tool station and how the smeltery actually works, and probably some other stuff too. So I want to thank you all for watching this episode of Yogscast Complete Pack. I definitely need a new hat soon enough. Squid. Yay. Alright, if you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like for this. I want to basically see if you want to see this more often or what. So either way, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.